Hey everyone, welcome to Footy Vault Podcast, episode 6. Let's get into the reason why we are gathered here today. In two parts.
Somebody's wedding.
Why are African teams doing me like this?
Doing you how?
Why are they giving me hope and taking it away?
2-0 lead.
I think that's the wrong thing.
I think that was where it went off. They were trying to defend.
I think they tried to defend.
But then again,
They went into their shell too early.
the problem I'm having is with the rules of this
The
game.
inconsistencies
The VAR.
is just...
I mean, the thing is, I think you created something you don't know when to and how to apply the rules.
In fact, it was so bad that at the end of the match, they were saying Infantino, say, you were the one that mentioned it earlier now. Why is the person that is supposed to be non-partisan, oh, there was a good game, oh, you guys had a good game, that's nice, stand up, applaud, and why is he celebrating that Argentina won?
They might have to change the rules this time around.
I feel that football is scripted. There are scenarios where I can give you Leicester City's run to the title. Hey everyone, welcome to Footy Vault Podcast, episode 6. The podcasts are coming in quick and fast now. I want to appreciate you guys for staying with us, rocking with us, enjoying these episodes. We're having a lot of feedback and comments. And, we appreciate every single one of you guys that tune in to watch. And with me, I have my capable, presentable presenters. My presenters are presenting, I'm seeing V in the red and Jidechi with these giant pants. We're stylish. What's happening, my people? See how they're looking at me. Go on.
There's not so much. You just go with the flow. Yeah.
Red is the color of the day, like.
What flow? The day's flow.
Is it?
The day's flow.
The day's flow.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, as people can see, I'm not happy, so just do your thing. I'm just here to watch them today.
Red is for danger, so yeah.
Red is also for Switzerland.
Yeah. No, danger.
Switzerland now. You there always switching countries.
That's for you. No, don't do
Me?
that.
I'm England. So have you switched? Have you officially switched?
No.
Are you soft launching?
She got knocked out in
with
the
what has been happening,
so
I am not. No, I'm not going to put my.
Okay, you're afraid of endangering another team.
No.
No, she's not bold. When she's ready, she'll pick another team.
It's good. You're out. You're also out too. What happened?
What do you mean I'm out? Was I ever in the competition?
What's
Do I look like
now?
a football player to you?
Our goat has
I
gone
beg
home.
you, say I'm out. If I was earning the amount they were earning, would I be here doing podcast with you? You're telling me I'm out. I'm
Nice
out.
one. Nice one.
I play as I play.
Nice one.
I
So
beg you.
all of us are broke, Abi.
That's not what I said. What I said is, he said I'm out of the World Cup, and I'm looking at you as far. What are you saying? I'm not out of
Why
the
am-
World Cup because
why
I was
am I
never
saying-
in the World Cup.
Why
My
am I
country
saying-
did not go to the World Cup.
But you wanted Portugal to go through now.
That's a different conversation. I'm not out of the competition. That's my point.
Don't even talk about your country going to the World Cup because you guys just piss me off, right?
What
right
are you
now.
guys? Where are you from? Say that you guys.
Me, I'm English.
Oh,
English.
please.
How are you?
Please. I beg. Let's hear words. Say I'm English.
It was a great round of 16. I think most of the matches, except maybe like 2, were bangers back to back.
Which
Like I didn't see the Colombia match.
Colombia didn't come up to the game.
Yeah.
It was.
I didn't see
It
that.
was neither here nor there.
There was nothing special.
Yeah. And then Portugal, Spain
Yeah, that was
was
another one. That was a mess.
it was a bit of a
Absolute
chess
mess.
match, I think. I think it was like both teams were kind to cancel each other out as opposed to win. We're just like cancel. And then, I told you guys, Spain are yet to concede in this World Cup. That is remarkable, though. Because in this World Cup where you have Messi on 8 goals, Haaland on 7, Mbappe on 7, Spain is yet to concede.
Do you also still agree with my train of thought where I said Spain are yet to meet a team that would really make them
But other teams met teams that you could classify as teams that
because
would not
by
make.
right it should have been Portugal, right? But we've seen how Portugal has been with chances creation and goal scoring in this competition.
True.
They scored in only 2 games prior to Spain.
Yeah.
So was it 2 games? Who did they play in round of 16? In round of 32. Croatia. Okay, no. So they scored in 3 games.
Croatia, they scored.
They scored in 3 games prior. So I don't know. I still think. Well, that's the thing. I think that's the thing with tournament football. You can't take out all the variables of they still are progressing without conceding, which is credit to them. But again, I don't know. I don't think I wouldn't say Spain's defense is that solid for them to have gone this far.
It was a mess.
But that's the thing, right? The way Spain play, it's not so much as their defense as it is like an overall unit. The way they play, they control the game so much that you don't even have the time to test their defense. Because everybody, with Rodri and their midfield,
the people that they've played have not tested their defense so much. I think they've had one of the least shots against in the competition, and it's not a credit to them. I'm saying this because I've watched Spain's games, and their fullbacks are almost in the attack half the time. A team that is ready to play Spain on the counter, like proper counter football. I said it the last time. Cucurella will not have the time he's enjoying in attack. So I don't know. I will leave that. But if I'm going to make a bold statement now, before the end of the competition, it's that Spain is not leaving this competition without conceding at least 3 goals.
And you have been on point with your predictions. Actually, for the most part,
they are not leaving this competition with at least 3 goals. I don't know if the 3 goals will come in one game or it will come in their remaining games. But as far as how they go, they are conceding 2 or 3 goals before the end of the competition. And that's because the remaining teams in the competition are there to play. They are no longer, I don't think anybody in the last 8 is any of the... If Spain can survive these remaining games without conceding, then I've been wrong all along. But the Spain I've seen, the Spain I've watched,
Has any team gone through the whole tournament without...
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember what's going on. What year was that? But it's not...
Without conceding a goal.
Yeah.
That's remarkable. But Spain, Portugal was kind of somehow. But let's get into it. Let's get into the reason why we are gathered here today. In 2 parts.
Somebody's wedding.
No, not now. But in 2 parts, it is, why are African teams doing me like this?
Doing you how?
Why are they giving me hope and taking it away? What's going on? Senegal did it. They were beating Belgium up until 86. They conceded 1. They conceded 2. They didn't even make it to penalties. They went out in extra time. Now we saw it again with Egypt. I have not really watched any of Egypt's matches like throughout this World Cup. I had seen them in passing, but I don't really watch them. I didn't really follow Egypt because I felt like, okay, they will just be one of those guys that made an appearance, and then they'll go home. Everybody is happy. But I watched this game, and initially I was like, let me just see what's happening. And then Egypt scored. Bam. I'm like, could this be the day? The Egyptian goalkeeper saved the Messi penalty. And I sat up. I was like, Kilo Shele Gongon. What's happening? The goalkeeper turned to Prime Spider-Man, saving everything. I'm like, it's like this is happening, no? Then Egypt scored. I got up my seat. Celebration. They canceled the goal. Oh my. The profanities that came out from my mouth when they canceled that goal. I can't say it here because YouTube will probably just lock this channel and throw in the keys.
The thing is, I don't know. I was having this conversation. I was on a show earlier, and I was having this conversation, right? That Egypt, Senegal, who else again? DR Congo.
Maybe Cape Verde to an extent.
Cape Verde wasn't they didn't throw away. They were never in the lead. So they didn't throw away.
Yeah.
So it's Egypt, Senegal, DR Congo, and maybe Ivory Coast a little bit because they had it on a draw level. Well, did they? Maybe we consider Ivory Coast, it means we have to consider Cape Verde. But then let's leave out Ivory Coast and Cape Verde. So I don't know. It's sad because at the beginning of the tournament, or rather at the beginning of the knockout stages, it was a conversation of why can't African teams hold on? Is it that they are not matching in the mentality?
Yeah.
Like, do they feel they are inferior? And the Cape Verde game wiped all of that away.
True.
We saw a team that really matched, and they still fell at the final hurdle, right? Which was in the extra time, which understandably so could swing for anybody. And then with Egypt's game, it was worse because Egypt, we are in the game, led in the game, and still found a way to concede 3 goals. I mean, a lot of people will slander them, but I genuinely will give them credit. Well, again, it's that kind of thing. Maybe I'm excusing it, but let me forget that. They still crumbled at the end of the day. And you ask yourself, where does it go wrong exactly? Because originally it was a case of, oh, mentality is down. Now mentality is not down. What can we do? Like, it's just, it's sad because it makes one think, oh, African teams will never really succeed in the World Cup. And the World Cup has been for how many years now? I think centenary is this year.
Wow.
And it's just, I don't know. I don't have, personally, I do not have words for it, because if it was a case of Cape Verde and Egypt didn't happen, we would have continued to say, oh, they are not matching in mentality. They are going in as the inferior teams. They feel they cannot match up to these European teams. But we've seen teams that matched up to and somehow still treat that way. For now, I don't have any words. For now, it's a case of it's sad. Maybe it's a thing of we will figure it out eventually. But we have to figure it out, because we can't come back to the next World Cup and keep having these type of situations where you now see African teams actually play, but yet they can't win. What are you not there for? What are you not there for?
You're sad, but I'm angry. I'm actually like really, really angry.
It's disheartening.
It's like I said, right? They scored the goal and it was disallowed. At that point, I expected heads to drop. And I'm like, Argentina will take this match away. But no, they came back and scored again. And even like that goal was probably a better goal than the one that they cancelled.
No, the cancelled one was better.
Was that the one where the guy dribbled and then passed and then Salah now did that? Okay, but my point is that they didn't crumble when that goal was cancelled. They still stood up and then they scored. And it was 2-0 going up to about 70-something minutes. And then it happened. Christian Romero, again, that dude, he doesn't know how to defend, but somehow he's a better striker than a defender. He scored.
I mean, Egypt could have defended their 2-0 lead.
No, but I think that was the wrong thing.
I think that was where it went off. They were trying to defend.
I think they tried to defend.
But then again,
they went into their shell too early.
Which, I mean, I think where they started losing the game was what's this guy's name? Got injured and asked to come off.
I think that number 8.
The one on the wing that made the pass to Zico the first time before the cancelled goal. I think, was he the one that made the second pass? I don't know. But I know he made the assist. And then he asked the coach to take him off because I think he had an injury, something with his chest or something, or the way he landed. I can't really remember. But he had an injury and he asked to come off. And I can't really remember the sub that was made, but I think the switch was not a like for like. I think it was a defensive minded to solidify the defense, which, to be fair, at something minutes, I kept saying something during the Egypt game. I kept saying they've had the script from Cape Verde and Senegal. They've had the script of how to take on Argentina from Cape Verde, and they've had the script of how not to throw away a game from Senegal, right? Yeah. I would have expected that, at that moment, to which actually they did try to do. They did try to go for 3-0, but for some reason, the momentum on the game really turned on their heads. But I don't know. yes, the thing is, in this type of things, you have to find a reason why things went south. And maybe at the end of the day, we would have to point at the coach. Maybe your subs were not the right subs, right? You could have brought in players that would keep up with the forward play and momentum that Egypt had. But yeah,
is it all a coaching issue, or is it like a mentality issue from the players? Because I feel like if you watch the winner, I wish there was a way we could just play the winner. It was Alvarez. He collected the ball from, I think it was Salah, and then he just played a long ball. Bam! It was one player on the wing, and then there were two players in the center around the penalty area. One Egyptian guy and one Argentinian guy, and they crossed the ball, and it was almost like the Egyptian guy did not jump, like they had run out of gas at that point. It was just pass, calm down. He had more than enough time to pick his cross. He crossed the ball, and that guy just jumped. The other guy was, and he scored. And that just deflated everything. I was so upset. So, I mean, yes, we can say the coach made some subs, he did some things, but is it all on the coaches? Because the players also have to do their part.
Well, I didn't see anything wrong with them though. But the problem I'm having is with the rules of this game.
Inconsistencies is just.
I mean, the thing is, I think you created something, you don't know when to and how to apply the rules. Just like the VAR. Imagine the Lisandro Martinez thing.
Foul.
Yes, foul. I mean, you as a referee, you didn't see that as a foul though. You didn't see it as a foul. Then you now came back after 12 seconds of the game to cancel the goal. It doesn't make any sense. Then you fouled, you didn't foul, what's his name? Mohamed Salah on the game, but you allowed them to continue playing and then they scored. It doesn't even make any sense.
If I decide to go into the politics, we might have a 3-hour show. Because
no, let's talk about
Messi FIFA baby agenda is not going to go away. It cannot go away. Because it's like the rules are different for two sets of people. And in fact, it was so bad that at the end of the match, they were saying Infantino. So, you were the one that mentioned it earlier now. Infantino was celebrating the Argentina one.
He did?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Interesting.
Like, I don't understand what's going on here. Why is the person that is supposed to be non-partisan, oh, there was a good game. Oh, you guys had a good game. That's nice. Stand up, applaud. And why is he celebrating that Argentina one?
They might have to change the rules this time around because the thing is crazy.
Even if you change the rules, will it still work?
It's crazy.
Why say change the rules? Change the rules for what?
VAR, the VAR thing.
The thing is, I think I've been thinking about it all this tournament, right? VAR has helped football by a long run, but we are beginning to get into the stage where, when is the last time you really saw a referee go to a VAR and stand with his decision? We are beginning to get a lot of that, lesser and lesser, and it makes you wonder if VAR is really helping. I think this tournament, in years to come, we will have a huge conversation in the evolution of VAR and if it's still necessary to football or if we need to go back to basic human errors and mistakes. I don't know, but I do think the way things are going, because there's a lot of inconsistency in the application of VAR, I think eventually we will get to that point where we're now talking about maybe it's time to do away with VAR.
I mean,
There's a good chance. There actually is a good
much.
chance.
I don't think we can ever go back.
It's too
No, I know it's difficult for us to go back, but I mean tournaments like this brings it to the forefront. All it takes is one FIFA president. We tend to forget that a introduction of some of these things. It's just like Nigeria had a president that came and one day said, I do not want the national anthem anymore. I want something. No, but that's what it is. That's how policies are formed.
Yeah.
We make it, we might say, oh, it's not possible. All it takes is somebody that probably is on the side of things where he thinks football is getting messed up with VAR to come in and enforce. and then they probably will have it at the Congress. Of course, people will disagree, but you are the head of the decision making somehow. So I think if this continues, especially if it trickles down to the leagues, right?
Oh, if it trickles down to the leagues, there'll be a big
National
debate about
federations
it.
will start having, and then if it comes up, because you can't be having VAR being the center of conversation. I think at last tournament, VAR was praised. It was a case of, oh, it's just like goal line technology. Goal line technology has never been complained about ever since its introduction. But now we're beginning to have referees that you choose when to go. It makes no sense.
The thing about VAR is one thing you said. It has made football. It has improved football. It has improved the sport. I can't lie. And it has become more and more relevant because now we're having VAR on corner kicks, right? If to make sure that it's an accurate corner kick and all of that. So my issue is not just with VAR, because VAR has actually helped us, right? VAR has helped to improve the sport. It's the people using the VAR and the scenarios in which the VAR is used. Because let's say we are not going to use VAR. What then do you now say about a situation like somebody got red card, he left the match, the president called FIFA and told him, yo, my boy is playing in the next match. FIFA rescinded the red card and he came to play. Fortunately, he was beaten. Football won. But is that VAR? I mean, what do we now say?
That's my point also, that they use it, they should know when to use and when not to use it. You understand? Some things are not necessary at all.
It's not. It's for lack of words, I'll just go ahead and just address the elephant in the room. Match fixing.
Is it?
VAR has become a tool to be used in match fixing. I like VAR. I think it helps the game because there are a lot of things that people like them, Sergio Ramos, used to do. They don't get away with it now. But it has become a tool for match fixing. I don't like that goal. It seems like something went wrong in one place. Let's go and use that thing that went wrong, that was pretty much insignificant because the game had gone like 3 more phases and it entered, but let's use that thing to cancel the goal because we want this particular scenario to happen. And that is my problem with VAR. That's just it.
That's been played.
Let's talk about our best games of this round. I'm not dodging this conversation. I think that's my pain with this type of things, right? That's my pain with refereeing consistencies, because the worst people can do is cry about it. There really is nothing that can do. So I think that's a sad part of football, because somebody can get an entire generation of a great football team can be, in quotes, done bad. And that's it. You don't get to watch them ever again. You don't get to watch them ever again. I think, was it last night I was reading the whole Ronaldo Messi thing brought Eusebio thing on my timeline. And I tried to say, let me actually go and check what Eusebio did in his days for Portugal, right? Because we talk about Eusebio every time in Portugal, and the only conversation is the 1966 World Cup that he finished as top scorer for Portugal, helped Portugal to finish as third. And I found out something. Eusebio actually did ball an entire decade of dominance. Like, he had a Ronaldo level dominance in his time. Eusebio finished as a Ballon d'Or winner. Eusebio finished as a Ballon d'Or runner-up in between, besides the year he won. So I was like, okay, he was dominant this period. What really happened that Portugal did not qualify for the 1970 World Cup? And it was so funny because that's how football works, right? The next thing you know, this generation, this class of players, it's like Salah and Egypt. They were making headway to set a record that has never... And I kept looking at this team and I was like, Egypt will be back at the World Cup, but they will not be back with Salah anymore.
It's not fair.
Or a situation where we probably have been denied our own generation, watching what Pelé did in the 70s or in the 60s for Brazil, we've been denied that in 2022, where we could have seen a Kylian Mbappe win back-to-back World Cups. In a World Cup that a lot of people said was tainted. Like little decisions. Or we can talk about Morocco at the last AFCON. Little decisions that deny. And I think that's the crazy thing about football, because at the end of the day, you feel undone, but what really comes out of it? Nothing. So I think what makes one matured is you get to learn to be able to live with these decisions and move on. It becomes a conversation for generations to come. I think just before we start shooting, I was thinking about it. One of the things I will never forgive that has happened in football is certain players that have never won the Ballon d'Or and that might never get to ever win the Ballon d'Or. Zlatan, please, let's talk about serious people.
Zlatan always comes to mind now.
Erling Haaland was the best player in 2023. A football decision or a certain decision decided, because it was a World Cup year, let's give it to a Messi that did not have as great a year at the club level. Yes, the World Cup plays a lot of role in Ballon d'Or, but do you sometimes think of how it's very possible we might never get to see Erling Haaland on that level anymore? And Haaland will go on 10, 15 years from now, probably being one of the players that never won the Ballon d'Or, but was one of the best players in his time. What can you do about it? Nothing.
I still think that Haaland is going to win a Ballon d'Or.
You think it's different. We watched the Thierry Henry, or rather, those that got to watch him. Thierry Henry does not have a Ballon d'Or.
Facts.
He was one of the greatest in his time. Small footballing decisions that impact the football history. What can you do about it? Nothing. You can only cry. And that's my problem. No, but that's my problem with things like refereeing decisions like this, because it's like Nigeria, right? Nigeria, the last AFCON. We will say, our game against Morocco, they did us like this. Morocco, refs were favoring Morocco. Do you ever sometimes think of how there's a possibility that Nigeria might never make another AFCON and this generation of players will go away?
I don't like to think about that.
That's the thing. Yeah. You don't want to think about it, but
no.
That's where my problem comes in when it comes to little decisions of this magnitude from referees, because they have the power to undo something that we might never see again. It's just crazy like that. And that's why when people start crying about it, I'm just like, yeah, it has happened. It has happened. It's not changing. Morocco, I think they say they are not Morocco, Egypt. They are filing a complaint at FIFA. Please, let's move on. Let's move on.
Nothing can
because
be done
nothing
again.
can be done. Because that's usually my own pain when it comes to this type of things, because you've just undone something that could have been and might never ever get to be anymore.
Something that could have been so beautiful.
So it's
especially
just
for Salah, because Salah has given so much to the sport, and even though I have not really been a Liverpool fan, I can come out from that box and still look at Salah and be like, Salah is one of the greatest forwards to ever do it in the Premier League.
If anything, I'm happy with Egypt and Salah at this World Cup is that I think Salah has cemented it. Nobody can ever see that nonsense that Jamie Carragher did one time where he said Salah has not even won an AFCON. Nobody can chat nonsense when it comes to calling Salah's name an African greatness, because oh come on. No, I think he has played his part, but then you now look at, when we're talking about these decisions, you now look at a situation like Yamal collecting the man of the match. They'll be fine. When Cucurella had assist, when that was not this past round, that was like a round ago. Yeah. Cucurella had assist, Oyarzabal had goals, Yamal did leg over and he collected the man of the match award. Apparently, some of these things, it has to do with kind of like who they like and who they don't like. Even sometimes I see referees take it back a little bit. Messi had a red card decision wiped like nothing happened.
He said it wasn't malicious. God forbid it is Granit Xhaka that did that. He will get a 5-match ban. He will be banned for the next World Cup. He'll be escorted to prison, probably be jailed, and he will lose all of his family if he did what Messi did. But hey, it's Messi.
Messi is Argentina.
I hope Argentina goes out in the next round.
They
just
say
tired.
the hope that kills.
I'm just tired.
It's the hope that kills. I think I learned that the hard way in 2022.
I'm tired.
The new one of the officiative France and Morocco. I mean, the 5 Argentine referees that will be officiating France and Morocco. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's a
Well, that's just football.
before
Is it against the FIFA rule? No, it's not. Obviously, but
There's nothing.
I think it's up to them to be fair.
I like to believe in the credibility and the integrity of referees
it's dropping.
Right, but-
It's dropping.
until their performance. So yes, an Argentine was appointed and blah blah blah.
I'll be frank with you.
Yes,
I don't believe-
nothing to those things.
I don't believe in
We'll see how the match
their.
goes.
I don't believe in their integrity or reputation. To an extent, I believe football is scripted. That's my conspiracy. I'm telling you the truth.
I think it's one of the funniest
extent-
things about football.
There'll be a time
Football
to
is
an
we don't
extent-
even need. There'll be a time
To
we
an
don't need
extent-
referees anymore. It's just the VAR.
See, I don't even know about that. Though.
I see that happening.
I don't know
I see that
about that.
happening.
I don't know about that, but I can tell you that to an extent, I feel that football is scripted. There are scenarios where I can give you Leicester City's run to the title.
Please.
I can give you scenarios.
Let's not do this.
Even Arsenal winning the league at Man City's expense.
Who is
I can give
who
you.
is scripting it?
They script
Who
everything.
scripts it?
The federation, the big
Please,
cup,
let's
the
leave
people in the
this
shadows, the
here.
people in the
The higher
darkness, the ops,
I think
those
football is scripted.
the
It's one of the
politicians.
funniest things about football ever. It's
The
always
politicians.
funny. Yes, it plays a certain script, but who scripts it? It's
the people
It's-
behind the FIFA Infantino.
I'm begging.
All of them, they have their. You know that Ghana meme where you see Ghana, he's writing and then there's fire on the script and stuff. That's how they're writing
I
this
beg.
World Cup script.
There are a
Just
lot
get
of
ready
va-
for.
there are a lot of variables.
Get ready for another France and Argentina. That's what I'm going to say.
There are a lot
Yeah,
of there are a lot
That's
of
I
just
see that happening.
there are a lot of
too, but-
variables in this thing. So scripting.
Anyhow, before we round up, let's quickly look into the quarterfinals.
and the semi-finals.
Yeah, and the semifinals. What's going on? Let's see who is playing who.
France,
Real quick.
England
Morocco.
plays Norway
England, Norway is going to be.
and France plays Switzerland. Either
Did
of
you see
those
Norway's
teams
last
go
match
into the
against
semi-final.
Brazil? That goalkeeper turned to prime Spider-Man.
I said the whole
Brazil
Brazil only
are
brought
serious.
Vinny to that match.
No, I
That game
felt
was for
Cup.
Brazil to take. They just
we were discussing football heritage.
Brazil is
football,
gone.
Football heritage
People
took
that
a
said football
backseat.
heritage.
let me say this thing here. Let me say it here.
Yes.
Preach.
Sorry, what was the year?
Preach.
Finish. She sounds like she has something. Finish first.
No, preach,
No,
preach,
your
preach.
football heritage was. I told you that they were going to go through. When I said no, Brazil has a football heritage.
Was that the one that said football?
Yes.
Yes,
I
you
said it.
Yeah.
You said
I
it.
said
We have your camera. We have your camera.
Should we rewind?
Okay.
Should we go back?
Okay,
Should we go back to it?
I mean, this is going to be contrary to what I was just about to say because somebody was telling me Belgium won based on football heritage, and I was like, "Will you shut up? Like, what football heritage? Belgium only won because they were spurred to win. They were infuriated. They had every reason to not lose a game.
But we didn't expect them to win though.
That's the thing. Anybody that has followed the World Cup actively would see that Belgium were not really it prior to the game, and that US were going to trash them. Well, not trash them. We're going to beat them with or without Folari Balogun, right? But the moment the whole Folari Balogun took the center stage, we could see in the US game the kind of mistakes they were making. Their mentality was out of the window. Their headspace wasn't really where it was supposed to be, and they were making silly mistakes. And this person was telling me, "Oh, football heritage." And I came back to tell him, okay, Norway that took out Brazil, they have football heritage, Abi. But that is not the same thing. Norway is a footballing nation. I went that night. I said, wait, let me go and check. I went on Wikipedia. I went on Google. checked for each of these 4 teams: Norway, Brazil, Belgium, USA. I checked. USA have finished third at the World Cup once. Belgium have finished third at the World Cup once. Belgium have finished fourth at the World Cup once. US have never finished fourth. Belgium and US, aside this, their third and fourth, have finished in the quarterfinals once each. That's to show they're on the same level.
I was going to say Belgium does not have football heritage.
The odds to win the game, US had a better odds to win the game than Belgium. And I was like, see it. Where is the football heritage here? And then I now brought out Brazil, that he said, leave that one, that Norway is a footballing nation. Norway has been to 4 World Cups versus a Brazil. 4 World Cups where they've left the group stage only once. Minus this one. Minus this one. They got to the round of 16 once and got knocked out. And then this one, they are now this thing. Minus this one. And then versus a Brazil. And then I also shared the odds with him. Belgium, we are 4 times worse off than Brazil's odds to win. And you're telling me it's a footballing nation. So yes, I'm sorry. I came here the last time and said football heritage will take the center stage. I think I was just triggered right now because I remembered it. But no.
I also said football heritage.
Football heritage to take center stage.
It's just
Brazil. The only thing is nobody can tell me Belgium have football heritage.
Belgium does not have football heritage.
That's where my own issue was.
Belgium have better players in quotes. They also have a league that produces these players and they have that European pedigree. But football heritage, no, they do not. Because you point me to what Belgium has won before.
Brazil have football heritage over Norway, and I thought that would take the center stage. But what I seem to miss out is that the Brazil we know is not there.
It's not the same Brazil anymore.
Vinny was impeccable for them, and I'm happy for him. I think that's the thing. The whole thing with the penalty. There's something somebody said about stars having an ego, right? Maybe. Well, again, Vinny is just trying to play the humble cards. In fact, now I think about it, yes, Vinny cannot even play that.
Oh, letting Guimaraes take the penalty.
Yeah, letting Guimaraes.
Yeah, that was a disgrace.
Because I'm thinking about it, and people are slandering Vinny. Now I just think about it. Vinny was the most slandered player 2 seasons ago. And I think he's just trying to
play safe
these days. So maybe it's part of the reasons. I will blame Ancelotti. Even Ancelotti defended the penalty distinct choices. I will blame Ancelotti. Brazil needs to start taking Vinny more seriously. Even the second penalty they gave it to Neymar. I said this. I wanted Neymar to miss it.
I said it on the previous episode that Vinny has to eclipse Neymar's legacy, but Neymar's penalty was class. I'm just going to tell you.
It was class. It's Neymar has been that guy, right? But he's not that guy anymore. So
he's not. He has retired.
Vinny needs to be seen as their new main guy. Rafinha has not really been able to step up on the national team side, right?
True.
So Vinny, it's clear for Vinny, and understandably so, maybe Brazilians have not seen it because maybe Vinny in previous times have not really stepped up. But then again, Brazil needs to start taking Vinny seriously if they are going to move forward.
If they are going to move forward. Shout out to Norway. Shout out to Odegaardinho.
Do you think Norway will go far?
It depends. So Norway is playing England next. That match is one of the most 50-50 matches I can say, because England do have the pedigree, but Norway is not agreeing for anybody, and we can't write them off at this point. You can't write off Haaland.
I can't. Why would you write off Haaland?
You can't write him off. All he needs is the right.
But then again,
all he needs is the right service.
So yeah.
And England have proven that they can be rattled. So that match
they can be rattled.
It's pretty 50-50.
England have been rattled in every game this tournament.
It's 50-50.
From Croatia to Ghana to Panama. No, and they've been rattled.
We have France, Morocco. France played Senegal. So Morocco is up to Morocco now to redeem our image. And to be honest, if there was any team I would like to give France, I'll give France Morocco, because the same thing applies. Same thing I said about Norway applies to Morocco. They know they agree. And they will go toe-to-toe with France.
It's going to be an explosive game.
I expect an explosive game. I expect a banger. But I feel France would edge it because they have the superior quality. That's the only thing. I hope that maybe we can have another Cape Verde Argentina style match where they push them to the limit. But I still see France.
Switzerland.
Switzerland is
I don't know
playing
what to
Argentina.
expect. I don't know what to expect. from
Argentina
that game.
smokes Switzerland. I'm not even going to think about it too
Do you
much.
really think it's smoking at this point?
Argentina is going to smoke Switzerland. Argentina's problems have been the South American teams and the African teams. They find it difficult to cope with that physicality. That's where they have issues. But against a team like Switzerland that won, they don't even know what they have been playing throughout this tournament. Two, they narrowly escaped Colombia. Narrowly
Actually, they narrowly
escaped Colombia in the last round. Now they're going to play their senior brothers. Argentina smokes Switzerland. And we hope to see them body playing to go
I
back
think a
home.
beautiful World Cup semi-final for me would be where all the 4 underdogs of this round get through.
So you're saying Morocco, Belgium, and Norway, Switzerland.
Everybody but Belgium. Somehow, if I can't do without Belgium, I'll be happy.
Let me now tell
I
you-
would rather Belgium because somehow
Let me
no
now
one's
tell
going to
you-
win it.
Where everything is going to spoil. Like I said before, I firmly believe that football is scripted to a high degree, not all through.
Okay, so what's the script?
All these underdogs.
don't receive the script,
Maybe
I tell
maybe one will make it through.
Oh
But
no,
it
I
cannot be more
do
than one.
expect. Yeah, I do
It
expect.
cannot be more than one.
I
that'll
do
make it through.
expect there's a surprise guest from that. One,
The
not
other-
all 4 favorites are winning their games.
Not all 4 favorites will win their games.
Not all 4 of them. One is
And-
going.
But I would love Morocco to go through.
I would love it to not be England because I have a Hurricane Ballon d'Or agenda, and I think the further
I
England
mean,
go,
I'm the last man
easier-
standing.
the easier it is for
It was
Hurricanes to
just
get
like yesterday. It was just like yesterday when we chose the teams. And I was thinking, what team will I choose for this World Cup? I thought about it. Oh, my Arsenal boys, they're playing for England. Let me support them. And now, glory be to God, I'm the last man
Let me
standing.
feed into your script agenda.
Somebody clap for me.
Let me feed into your script agenda. I do think England win, as much as it might be a tough game. I do think England win, also because English football is on the high right now, and I don't think it's going to get watered down at the World Cup either. So I do think the whole Arsenal thing, yeah, it maybe continues probably as far as I don't know, and I don't want to jinx it.
Semi-finals, maybe.
But chances, if they get to the semi-finals, chances they might also get to the final. Chances.
It's just 50-50.
I do think because English football, what we saw at the club side this season, England might not have been it at this World Cup. Also, the way they came in, they were not, even the English are not expecting a lot from their team because
Yeah.
Thomas Tuchel, in who they do not trust, and it might not end up being him, being the one that might. So there's also that chance it might happen. So yeah, let me feed into your script. The script is scripted.
That is it, my people. The script has been set. Everything has been written and approved by moi. And we'll discuss it.
Should not predict.
No.
Who are you predicting?
Who are you predicting?
No, what? Who are you?
No, you're not
who are you-
predicting.
I'm not supporting anybody.
Hey Jesus, the way this girl, the
But-
way she has been avoiding,
She's pulling. I belong to everybody and I belong
the way
to
she has been
nobody.
playing these cards since Senegal and Korea got knocked
They have
out. I'm
traumatized
tired.
her. They have traumatized her.
I mean, Morocco to go through. I want them to go through, but we haven't seen Argentina.
I
Switzerland.
don't want, for the life
got-
of me,
it's
I
gonna
don't
be-
want Morocco to
This
go
this
through.
whole thing is gonna end finals between
I don't want-
France,
I'm not
Argentina again.
I'm not
So-
ready for the bragging rights Morocco would have. If
They already have the bragging
They
rights.
do back-to-back semi. I'm not.
They already have the bragging rights.
I want another African
But
team
I
to
really
be the
want them
kind
to
of
go
the country
through.
that does pull
There is nothing. There is nothing. They already have the bragging
I don't want
rights.
Morocco to be.
They have
one that has
bragging rights. There's nothing you can do
For
about
the
it.
life of me,
All the African teams, all the African teams. My money was on Senegal. My hope was on Senegal because of the events of the last AFCON.
Yeah.
But they went there and they just disgraced themselves. There's no two ways to say
I
it. They
find
disgraced themselves.
myself in a conundrum in this quarterfinals.
Nah. For-
Morocco is against a France that I'm sure they are going to very well match. Belgium, who I do not want in this stage of the competition, they've been a mess. In this stage against a Spain, I actually do not want to win because I cannot fathom the amount of agenda they will push for Lamine Yamal when they win. England, Norway. As much as I don't want to see England win, I don't also want to see Erling Haaland win yet. Right? There's a reason I don't want to see Erling Haaland win because of the Ronaldo agenda. It's going to turn into Haaland was able to do it. Ronaldo could not do it. Right?
Yeah.
And then on the final part, Switzerland, who I do not think can do it, I have to support them against an Argentina who I know will win.
So
It's a conundrum. But I expect some good matches. I expect some good matches. Maybe Spain, Belgium might be the one that I don't see really going on very well. But my money is on France, Morocco being the match of this round.
I think
Match of the round.
will it be a France Paraguay match the way we saw the last
No,
time?
it's not.
They are not
definitely
ready for
not.
that.
It's
They are not
definitely
ready
not.
for that. It's most likely be France, Norway, Netherlands, Morocco.
Yeah,
Again.
that type
That's
of
what we're gonna
match.
get.
It's going to be back to back. It's going to be frantic. Yeah. But hopefully we're going to have like a very, very, wonderful quarterfinals. We're going to lead into the semifinals, and we're going to see you guys back next week on the Footy Vault podcast. Definitely. Take care of yourself. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.